On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about loading dock safety, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. Regardless of the facility that you work at, large or small, there's a good chance you have a loading dock area. Now, it could be a small area or it could be absolutely huge, bustling with activity, but the same thing is going to apply to the small and the large systems, and that is safety. You want to make sure that everything is going to be as safe for not only personnel, but for people such as truck drivers and just personnel that are involved with that are bringing in goods to be safe as well. So here are 5 tips that are going to help you. By no means the end-all, be-all of tips, but a great place to get you started. The first thing is going to be having designated safety zones. This can be shown with safety floor tape, cones, or painted areas. It's going to let you know exactly where to be and where not to be. The next thing is going to be making sure that you have communication, and that can come in the form of walkie-talkies, hand signals, or signaling systems to let people know when it's safe and when it's not safe to go in and out of a vehicle or to be around the areas that you're doing things with. So the third thing is going to be making sure that you have vehicle restraints. That could be in the form of wheel chocks, locking systems. We just want to make sure that the trailers aren't being separated away from the docks, especially when lift trucks are going in and out of them, because that can be a very dangerous situation for the lift truck drivers and the people around in that area. The last, our next step is going to be inspections, making sure that you're going through and inspecting at all times to make sure that all the areas are as safe as humanly possible. And then last but not least, making sure that all staff is wearing PPE, personal protective equipment. In an area such as a loading dock, this is usually going to be in the form of steel-toed boots, hard hats, and reflective vests and gloves, just to name a few, just to make sure that they are absolutely as safe as possible. So by following these 5 simple steps, like I said, you're going to be on your way to getting into a very safe situation and making sure that you go home safe at night, which is exactly what we want. So thank you again for being part of another episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. By all means, implement these tips and have a great and safe day. And here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic, and backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line floor tape, the only durable stripe.